So this is a hybrid build with weapon damage and skill damage. I'm using advantage of patch 9.1 that made skills receive less damage. They can survive even on legendary, it's insane. So this footage right here is 4 hybrids, right? One is using a big shield with weapon damage and skill tier. The other one is using skills like I'm using here with weapon damage. And the other one is focused on weapon damage, but he has his shield and some skill tier for his Technician Hive. So yeah, it's amazing, this build, this hybrid build. It's made for legendary, but I've been using on heroic and works extremely well too, of course. So yeah, if you still think the build is trash, even though it's used on legendary, then yeah, I don't know what else to say. So let's see the build. Like I said, this is an alternative version from my previous one. So we're gonna have 2 Hana-Yu, because I want the skill haste and the skill damage. We have 1 Serp for skill damage, and then we have 1 GS for critical hit damage and 1 Seska for critical hit chance, right? The last piece is a Petrov for LMG. So I have this good Petrov here, and I place it a skill tier, right? Because I really want my skills to be powerful, okay? They are the ones that do most damage. These skills, they are used to distract enemies on legendary. This, after the buff, this turret can just face heavies on legendary missions, and it takes forever to die. Even the drone is a beast. I was fighting rogues the other day, solo, and the rogues couldn't destroy the striker drone. It was insane. So I want the 5 skill tiers, right? We're using Technician for the 5th skill tier, right? So yeah, it's critical hit damage and critical chance for this build. That's it. And the rest is all skill haste and skill damage. For this mod here, I placed skill duration because the turret usually survives legendary enemies, so I want it to last longer, right? On heroic, just for you to have an idea, you're probably gonna clear an entire room and the turret will still be there. So for heroic, you can change this to skill haste because you're gonna be breaking your turret all the time in between rooms. It's insane. So yeah, nothing crazy about all these things here. Right here we have perfect spark, so we can have more weapon damage, right, whenever a skill hits the enemy. And we have tech support, which is amazing for these two skills, sorry. So when your skill kills someone, you increase your skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. The turret and the drone are gonna be constantly shooting at enemies, and they kill enemies all the time. So this tech support turns on all the time. But you can always change. You can use combined arms, you can use other talents too, it doesn't matter. For the guns, I have my MG5 with fast hands to reload faster, and the big horn. The big horn because in many areas for the legendary, even in Union that everything is small, okay? There are gonna be some enemies that are far away, right? So these enemies that are far away, I change the scope, right, to this one, and yeah, that's the use for it. I use the Bighorn just because I have increased range. It's really good on Union because, like I said, there are many areas that the enemies are far away from you. Even though the rooms are small, the scope is gonna help you. So if you don't like the Bighorn, because I know a lot of people say Bighorn is trash, but well, if you think Bighorn is trash, just use a rifle, use something else, right? Don't need to use the Bighorn, neither the MG5. The MG5 is here just for the fast hands, right? Just reload a bit faster. So let's go to a named enemy. Let's kill him. Oops. Yeah, that. Let's see the skills doing their job. Basically, these two skills are gonna break the heavies, like the chest of the heavies, on legendary alone, right? Like sometimes you'll be like in the middle of the combat on legendaries. Oh, I received a delta here. Unbelievable. I think it's a delta. Oh no, I don't know what's happening, but anyway. Basically, these skills are gonna be doing their job on the legendary missions, right? And you're gonna be killing enemies, and then heavies will appear, and it's insane. Heavies are gonna break their chest, like their chest is gonna be broken by the skills alone, right? Delta 3, amazing. So the skills, they also hit weak points, which I didn't know, but the final boss from Union, no one was shooting on his weak point, and he was falling on the ground because his weak point was broken. So the skills were breaking his weak point. So they also hit breakpoints from the enemies, which is fantastic. So yeah, this build is insane. It gives you a lot of crowd control. You don't need fire, bleeding, status effects to control the battlefield. These skills, they are essential. Dude, shut up, dude. I don't want to know about Candy College every time I enter the game. But anyway, sorry. These skills are gonna be insane. The enemies are gonna focus on them. All the drone spam from legendary is gonna go to your turret most of the time. So yeah, they are insane. It's incredible. And you even have the grenade, right, to pan the enemies. It's insane. It's really good. But yeah, there's nothing crazy about this build. It's just that the weapon damage alone is really good, right? Let me... Shit. Am I gonna get another delta? Well, anyway, the weapon damage is not bad. It's not that high, but if you look at the footage that I'm using in this video on the introduction or in the end, you're gonna see me killing lots of enemies with weapons, right? And that's because my weapon damage is not bad at all. I don't know what else I have to do. I show you a footage of me killing enemies fast with 2 reds, and people are still gonna say that the damage is too low and too bad, right? I don't know what else to do. I have 2 skills that are constantly killing and messing with enemies, and I also have a decent amount of weapon damage. There's nothing else I can say. It's just pretty good. Candy College again. But yeah, anyway, this is the build, and I'm loving using it when I'm not receiving Delta 3, right?